Howdy folks, howdy. Hope everyone is well. Okay, interesting game. Possibly a spicy one, possibly. There is the potential for a spicy fixture. Based on comments, Alexa, good to see you, welcome back. Based on comments that people have said over the last 2 days talking about this game, people are a little bit mixed. That's not right. Excuse me. Let me update that because that is the wrong team sheet. I did put it together, but I just need to save the updated one. And there we go. My bad, pimp. My bad. So make sure you vote on the poll in the chat. Let me know your exact score predictions. I think it's terrible stuff, Anime Dude. I think it's absolutely horrible. Yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else I can add to that. If you want to, and please wait for me to finish before I say the first part of this next bit. If you want to look at a positive in his life, he was able to win the Euros. I'm pretty sure he won the Euros with Portugal. He was able to win a Premier League. He was able to win a Champions League. He'd had 2 kids, I think, got married. He was able to achieve all that in his lifetime before he died, which I think it's obviously not great for Liverpool supporters, not great for friends and family, but I think the fact that he was able to achieve that, he won the Euros, won a Champions League, won a Premier League, had 2 kids and got married, he achieved that in his life. I think that's a life well lived, I think. So, yeah. That's what I'll say on that. Evening, mate. Got a feeling Huds might sneak it. So do I. So do I. It's going to be a tricky one. When I go through the team list, there is a point to make on a slight change that they've made. A few other things with Cass in particular. Thank you, Anime Dude. And by the way, Anime Dude, for the interview, which, by the way, folks, the interview is done, by the way. Like, it's been done. It's been put together. I'm hoping to announce the teaser video tomorrow, and then it would be posted for sometime this weekend. So the interview will hopefully be up soon. But the Anime Dude's question is in the interview as one of the fan questions. So there you go. You snuck in. I'm really hoping, it's all done. It's all ready to go. I saved a clip before. It's like a minute 45. I'm really tempted to play it. I don't want to play the clip before I've announced who it is, but I also kind of feel like for those that are here, just a little sneak peek before I put out the teaser. Oh, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. I've got it ready to go. It's on OBS, ready to just play like that and just get out there. I want to do it. Not having Horn for 6 games is killer. Yeah. He's been real solid for Cass. But I'll go through the team list and have a little chat about the lineups. So, starting with the Castleford Tigers. In the backs, you have Sini, Sim, Lewis Senior, Wood, Innes Senior, Assey and Atkin in the backs. In the forwards is Singleton, Hill, Amone, Lawler, Mellor, and Westerman. On the bench is Milnes, Griffin, Hall, Stimson, and Tate is the 18th man. For the Huddersfield Giants, in the backs they have Flanagan, Gagai, Milne, Halsall, Swift, Lollahey, and Frawley. The forwards they have Wilson, Wolford, Powell, Rushton, Greenwood, and Cudjoe. On the bench is Golding, King, Burgess, and Rush. And 18th man is English. So, with Cass, first of all, if any of you guys watch my power rankings or predictions videos, you'll know I'm quite high on Tex Hoy, especially for Castleford Tigers. He's, for me, one of, if not their most important aspect. But without him, it's actually kind of been looking all right for Cass. So does that mean that I'm wrong about Tex Hoy being the most important piece? Does it mean that Sini just works out at fullback? Is it just good timing for Assey and Milnes originally in the halves? Like, is it just a timing thing? It was just a coincidence that they started to click when he wasn't there? Or is he actually not as important, that kind of thing? But then with Atkins starting, especially with Milnes being there in the squad, with Cass looking better over the last few weeks, I'm curious of the decision to start with Atkin. Now, unless I'm just completely forgetting that Atkin has been starting in recent weeks, I don't think he has. I'm pretty sure it's been Milnes that's been starting. Now, Atkin has been coming on later, sometimes filling in like the 13 role, sometimes the 9 as well, maybe a little bit of 7, but I don't know, that's interesting. So one, I think without Tex Hoy, I think they've done a really good job to adapt, and they've looked quite good, at least by their normal standards. But then to swap Milnes and Hoy seems like a strange one. But you never know, might work out. For Huddersfield, pretty much looking similar to what they've had over the last few weeks, so they're maintaining that consistency. I think with Frawley, still think he's got a bit more to prove over here, but maybe with another week under his belt, they can be a bit more free-flowing with the ball. I think having someone that is a typical number 7 also helps Lollahey, it helps Flanagan a bunch as well. And of course, still having Wolford at number 9 for the last few weeks does really help. So, both aren't perfect, but both are making some serious improvements over the last few weeks. So that's good signs. Even all rip to Liverpool lad. Indeed. I've cast to win, but feel it's going to be a good match. Tough, but good. I think so too. It should be. I've only seen one person say that they're like positive about a winner, and that was someone that commented on the predictions video. I can't remember the exact wording, but they were pretty adamant that Cass would win. I think it's easy to go for Cass to win, just purely based on the last round, which I can understand that, because you want to go for the most recent performances. That's the best evidence you've got. But Huddersfield Giants, yes, they slipped up against Catalans, but they've been improving. So we will see. They released some of the team ratings for 26. KR are an atrocious 76 rating. Okay, I know there'll be some KR fans in here. This is the thing with KR, and please don't take this the wrong way. I think the reason for the 76, and by the way, here's another thing before I get into that. It's likely that the ratings have been based on global rating rather than just Super League and just NRL. So, like, for example, Nathan Cleary could be like 93, 94 rated, but that doesn't mean that Bevan French, just because it's then Super League, would be 93 or 94 rated. Bevan French might only be 86, 87 compared to that of the NRL. So that's going to contribute to a massive drop. So players like Matty Ashton, you'd think could be an 85 or 86, maybe 87, but could only be an 80 or 81. But the thing with KR is, I think you look at the KR squad, they don't have that many players that you look at as like stars. You know what I mean? Like if you think of a go-to fullback, they're not at KR. If you think of a go-to winger, you've maybe got Davies or Burgess, but like the number one options you'd pick for England or even another international side, you're not looking at KR players normally. Now, Mikey Lewis over the last few years massively stepped up, so his rating should be going up, and there should be some after this year should be going up. But I think it's the perceived stardom of KR players is lower than others, if that makes sense. Slink, I'm doing all right. How are you doing, sir or madam? Either one. Who are you thinking gets first try? Great question. Great question. Give me... Give me... Give me Adam Swift. Tonight you put your first try for Singleton. All right. Okay. Let's get a try for Leroy Cudjoe today, shall we? A jumping catch try for Lollahea. He's not the tallest of players, but if you've somehow swindled that one, congratulations. Milnes for Cass, says Jonathan. For the first try, or just any try. Hopefully you mean any try, because if it's first try, it could be waiting a while. Going for Innes. That's a shout, definite shout actually. You could be right, I was thinking that. Can't wait to see all these players in Rugby League 26. It should be good. I was on Logan Lewis nailed it first try. Was streaming on TikTok before. He's going to be playing it, and we might play against each other. So watch out, Logan. You're getting battered, lad. You're getting battered. So sorry, mate. But we're likely going to play. Thoughts on Milne? Tiny Milne is possibly the greatest legend of the game ever. Absolutely insane. There's a stream highlights video posted when he played for Fiji against, I think it was Cook Islands, back in the Pacific Championships last year. Legendary performance. World class. Outside of that performance, prone to mistakes and could work on a few things. Anyway, say KR have no star players, Warrior Hargreaves, yet most dominant team in the league. Alfie, just to be very clear, Alfie, before people confuse what I'm saying, okay, do KR have a perceived Jack Wellsby? Do they have a perceived Jay Field? A perceived George Williams? No. Like, Warrior Hargreaves, I'm very clear on, like, I understand that they have stars. I'm just saying perceived stardom on paper is not at the same level as what other clubs have. As a unit, they're great. Team performance does not equal individual stardom. Just to be very clear on that. Okay? Just to be very clear. Not saying KR don't have stars. I'm saying perceived stardom is less than what we perceive other teams to have. Okay? That's what I mean by that, just to be clear. Okay? So the game is underway, by the way, but just wanted to get that out there before KR fans start getting upset at me over basically nothing. But already, 40 seconds in, Westerman is not looking good. Is that a dislocated shoulder? He's really not good. I don't know what the injury is, but he looks like he's in a lot of pain. And where he's holding it could be bad. Can you and me have a game? Sure, we can. We can, yeah. I'd be playing viewers. Can I say we need daily streams Rugby League 26 when it drops Defo, Warrington career mode? Possibly. I don't know about daily. Hi, James. Good to see you again. Indeed, Kevin. It's always better when there's a Thursday game. I think. Just means less clashes later in the week as well. Oh, not too bad, James. How are you? And by the way, I'll be doing a double stream tomorrow, so I'll be streaming Wigan vs Leigh and Salford vs Warrington. So I'll be doing that again. I think it went pretty well last time, so I'll be trying again.
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
And that's a word. So Wolford's got a sin bin. Okay, so a minute gone. Huddersfield already a man down. Does not help my prediction at all. Singleton would take the first carry up towards the 20. I'll get back to the chat very shortly. Westerman. All good now, but Sini with a knock on as they push the ball out to the back. And it's collected by Flanagan. The whistle is blown. So a minute and a half gone. It's all right there from Huddersfield because it could have been a very ugly start. But they do all right. They do all right. In career mode, who the best NRL players do you think I should play and buy in winger? In NRL, Brian Toto, Zach Lomax, Xavier Coates, there's like a bunch of big names I'm probably missing here. Xavier Savage might be quick. Huddersfield Giants up to their own 30. Now going down the right-hand side with Rushton up towards the 40. Yeah, Westerman doesn't give a shit about his own safety. He'll just... Good to go. They should have an Armed Forces round like they used to. I don't recall an Armed Forces round. How long ago did they do that, Kevin? It sounds familiar, but I can't think of what they did and when they did it. Best guy to buy from Melbourne? Ryan Pappenhausen at fullback, probably. Jerome Hughes might be highly rated, so might Munster and Grant. Xavier Coates would be good. Meany would be quick, but probably Pappenhausen, I think. So Lolohea just drills the ball through, collected by Castleford on their own 10 towards the left touchline. On holiday was trying to find how to watch and forgot you existed. But I've always been here. I've always been here. I think Joe Connor will be good in Rugby League 26. Assuming you mean Jake Connor, assuming. He might be. I don't think he's going to have elite stats, but I think he'll be okay. He's now with Westerman. Switches the ball back to Amon over the 30 and up towards the 40. Please tell me someone else got this. Please tell me. Somebody, please tell me they got this as well. "15 seconds after Samarito sends that message. 15 seconds. I'm going to ask a question, and I hope to God the answer is not yes. The question is it still working for you guys? The stream went off for me. Yes, great. Well, I missed it because it said the stream was unavailable. So, I missed it. Great. So, Huddersfield are up 4-0. I'm sure it was an excellent try. I'm sure it was absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't know. And the kick is splendid. It's going to be 6-0 for the Giants. Was it a leaping catch? Are they going to show a replay? Yes, they are. Was it long range? Flanagan shifting towards the right. Off to Gagai. Shifting down the right. Then to Lolohea. Alright. Very nice. A man down. And they... Being a man down, they probably shouldn't be scoring long-range tries like that, but they did. So fair enough, that's going to be 6-0 Huddersfield. And let's not mess up the stream again, shall we? Let's just keep it working. Please, because I'm live streaming. God. Yeah, you guys let me know the score. But I'm back on now. More good. For now. And there's a penalty. Alright. Powell, just chill. Relax, my guy. Dude, calm down, bro. Chill. Relax, dude. Huh. Calm down. Exactly, Kings. They're just too good. The Huddersfield Giants are too damn good. It was a very nice try. It's getting delicious, Kieran. Very delicious. But the Giants, off the back of the penalty, will start a fresh set just in front of halfway. I've barely done any commentary on this game so far, so let's kind of get a roll onto it for a little bit. Leroy Cudjoe, interview on the website, by the way. Leroy Cudjoe, Q&A, kineticrl.com. Now inside Castleford territory, up towards their 40, with Wilson with a carry through the middle. Point on Wilson soon as well, when there's a break. Flanagan now goes to the right with Cudjoe. Then out the back to Lolohea. Almost wrapped up by Assy, getting pushed back. Does eventually get him down. He loses a bit of ground there. So decent stuff by Dejan Assy. Flanagan on the fourth, out the back to Frawley. Hands it back off to Wilson. It's brought down on the 40. Last tackle coming up for the Giants. Left to Frawley. Under a bit of pressure from Lawler, I think that was. Plenty of height on this kick. But it's taken cleanly by Sini, but Leroy Cudjoe smashes into him. And he comes down with it on the 10. Yeah, so the point on Wilson, I was watching Super League Raw's live stream on, it was Wednesday. They're talking about the training squad. And they're talking about props. And Dave mentioned about Wilson being left out. I think that's a very good point. And he never even came to mind, but when he mentioned him, I was like, you know what? Wilson's been good. Like, the forward pack has looked solid for Huddersfield, even when they've been an awful side. The forward pack has still been a constant good for them. And Wilson's been solid. So I wouldn't have minded if he was in that extended squad. But Castleford now on the last tackle. Out the back to Dejan Assy, who kicks from halfway towards the back left. Gagai takes the ball cleanly, returns it up towards the 20. Wrapped up by two defenders. He's going to play this ball for Flanagan, just right of centre field. Gives it to Swift. Ref's got it mega in for Cass. Yeah. Referee is James Vella and video ref is Tom Grant for Castleford Huddersfield tonight. I normally like James Vella. I normally don't mind him. I'm okay with him usually. Cudjoe with the next carry up towards halfway for the Giants. Flanagan. Now with Wilson. Inside Cass territory, 9.5 minutes gone. With the last tackle coming up. That crowd is dead. That crowd is just non-existent. Oof. That was almost lost for a second then by Innes Senior. Currently trapped just behind their own 10. They now go over it with Wood. Cass in a bit of trouble here. They've normally been pinned back a fair few times. Earlier in the season, they've done a better job in recent weeks, not being stuck by, in their own 10, 20 and 30 so much, especially with the inclusion of Tom Mamone. And overall, just spreading the ball a bit more early in the set. Well, Atkin now onto the 40, centre field with Westerman. Left to Dejan Assi. Now with Mella, takes it into Giants territory with the last tackle coming up. 10 minutes gone. Or 10 minutes and 23 seconds for me. Now with Dejan Assi. Under a lot of pressure, but just about gets the kick away. It's going to bounce out between the 10 and 20. So works out okay. It's alright. I think I went with 24-18, by the way, to Huddersfield in this game. Oh, Wolford's back on. Let's get that yellow off then, shall we? Yes, let's. Need to throw in a trumpet at some point as well, I reckon. And a rock, paper, scissors at some point. Because why not? But there is a knock-on in there. And the Cass fans aren't happy because the call went against Cass. What monster you want? I'm on the pipeline punch. Which I think might be my favourite. I'm trying to think what was I drinking for a little bit. So the penalty into touch doesn't find touch. And it's taken by Sim. Recovers it all the way up to the 40. So what was going to be a great chance for Huddersfield is now not too shabby for the Tigers. But yeah, I used to drink the peach nectarine. The chaotic one. But yeah, the pipeline punch is just delicious. I do like me some Rubicon Raw. Like the raspberry, it's like a red and blue can. That's good. That is good. Oh, excuse me. Cass in possession, 30 metres out. Hill waits at dummy half. On his left now to Westerman. Pops the ball up to Singleton. Decent carry. I think he's been solid for Cass as well. Forgot to mention him. He's been really solid for Cass. Hill looks right, but goes left. Dejan Assi pops the ball up. I think that's knocked on by Milne. The legend that is. Recovered by Singleton. Great chance. Is it going to be a fresh set? I believe it will be. It is going to be a fresh set. So Singleton will play the ball in front of the left post. Hill will switch back to Amon. Stopped a metre short of the line. Left of the sticks. Hill waiting again. Now with Westerman. Right to Atkin. Launches the ball over the top. J-Field-esque. But Sim is wrapped up. Evening, Seb. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Shifts it left to Mella. Gets an offload. That's a decent offload there. But forward, so it's not a decent offload. Excuse me for breathing. Currently on liquid death. Severed line. I was going to ask if it's any good, but you wouldn't be drinking it if it wasn't. So, I hope it's good. There we go. So, coming up to 14 minutes, it's going to be a scrum for the Giants on their own 10. Huge game tomorrow night, absolutely. Absolutely, because if Warrington lose to Salford, that's the end of the world. There's no other games on tomorrow night aside from that one. I think it's just the blockbuster. Huddersfield is in possession on their own 20. I'll be doing both games, by the way, tomorrow. Wolford waits at dummy half. 14.5 minutes gone. Third tackle. Wolford's going to scoot from dummy half, support on his left from Halsall up towards the 40. Now with Frawley, shifting it right. Cudjoe, Lollahea out the back. Goes for a kick, 40-20 on the cards here, and it is a beautiful kick there from Tui Lollahea. The Tongan legend, Tui Lollahea. Well, there we go. See, this is the Lollahea that I like to see. If anyone watched the Pacific Championships last year, he was looking good. He was looking good. You give Lollahea a 7 that can just control typical 7 duties. Let Lollahea take on the 6 responsibility. He's calm. He's confident. He's free-flowing. He had that with Katoa for Tonga. He's now got that with Frawley and Clune when he was playing. There's someone else to take on those responsibilities, and then he can just do him. Huddersfield, 10 metres out. Now with Powell. I forgot his name for a second. I was going to say Rushton. It's Powell. Great chance for the Giants to hit double digits. Wolford left to Frawley. Switches back to Greenwood. I almost was going to say him for first try scorer. "16 minutes on the clock. A bit of a weird one that, but Tui Lollahea shifting right. Flanagan has to cut back towards the middle. Still moving. Wants to switch back from Wolford. Doesn't really get it. Last tackle. Just over 16 minutes gone. Wolford is going to go short side right to Lollahea. Steps again. Trying to get an offload. Does manage to get one. Flanagan then knocks the ball on. And then drops into the ball. It was a nice try, San Marino. It was a nice try. It could have happened. Knowing why they lose to Salford. Oh, God, could you imagine? Will you be going to Salford or stream it? I'll be streaming, Kieran. I was thinking about going. There's some ladies that sit behind me and my dad at the ground. They normally go to away games. I was gonna text them about going. So I do actually want to go to an away game this year. I do like streaming the Y games because they feel more authentic when I stream. But I do want to at least go to an away game. Maybe the league game. Maybe. Could be a good one to stream, but I might go to the Lee away game in a few weeks' time. Castleford have possession on opposition 40. Now with Dejan Assi. His run game has improved massively over the last few weeks. So that's really important for them. 17.5 minutes gone. Last tackle for Castleford. Sini gives it to Atkin under a bit of pressure on his inside, but gets the ball away right at the post. Big hit there from, I think that's Innes Senior, onto Swift. Almost brought down, gets an offload for Flanagan. He knocks the ball backwards. He then skips past one. And eventually comes down with it. 5 metres out. Okay. Laughing stock forever if they lose to Salford. Even Championship clubs can laugh at that. Yeah. So, no funny business tomorrow. Nothing silly. Tane Milne, the legend that is, up towards the 20 for the Giants. Now with Gagai, takes the ball over the 30. And again, as this is at Castleford, the distance between the 30 and 40 is less than 10 metres, but I'll still refer to them as those. So over the 40 now with Wilson. Wolford then goes out the back to Tui Lollahea. Plenty of heights on this kick. Two Cas players looking to take it, but Senior is the one that collects it, and he's under pressure immediately from Powell. He's all over him there. And Sini is not happy. Oh, that did not look good from Powell there. Wasn't a punch. It kind of looked like one from a distance, but it wasn't a punch. I think he's pushed him in the chest there. But Senior pushing off Halsall. A decent carry down the right-hand side. There's a little bit of spice to this game. Really wanted to do the Chris Eubank voice, but that was not going to work out very well for me. But Amon takes it over halfway for Cass. He's going to play this for Hill in centre field. Last tackle left to Dejan Assi. For Flanagan to collect. Takes it cleanly. A few drops in this game already, but typically quite reliable. A slightly awkward one, that. But almost 20 minutes gone. Huddersfield on top at the moment, even going a man down. They've not really looked like conceding. There's a chance for Cass to set the tone. They did not. So as of right now, it is looking like Huddersfield will overtake Cass on the power rankings, most likely. Wolford does get the ball off to Rushton, then gets it off to Tuilolahea down the right-hand side. Gagai towards the touchline, takes it firmly into Cass territory. We need some parliamentary procedure. What's that in okay, that's gone over my head, Kevin. What's that in relation to? Frawley hits the belly of the ball. And Cass have possession up towards their own 20. Oh, Chris, yeah, right, okay. You better watch out. Better watch out, dreadlocks. Never again. Never again. Westerman hands the ball off to Stimson. Takes it over the 40. Oh yeah, Stimpson's the one from the Titans. Okay. I completely forgot. Number 43, getting up in the squad numbers. Hill goes left to Assi on the last tackle. 21.5 minutes gone. Not too much distance on this one, but it's taken cleanly by Gagai. I'm assuming, it sounds familiar that it was a quote that he said. So I get it now. I get it now. There's a past version of myself that had no idea. I am now slightly more in the know. There is a tap from Cass. Great chance here. 22 minutes into the game. Atkin on his right to Amon. Stimson carries up towards the 10. Come on, Cass, rub it in. Atkin in centre field, left to Dejan Assi. Across to Cini with a cut-out pass. He's under pressure, though. Golding and a few others there to wrap him up. And a fresh set of 6 for Cass. Then a strong carry from Westerman down the left-hand side. Atkin scoots from dummy off, shift in right, switches back to Lawler. Atkin in front of the sticks, pops the ball up to Westerman, who knocks the ball on. Recovered by Wolford, and that's just going to be... It's knocked on by Kudja. There's going to be a challenge. We'll find out. We shall find out. Let's have a gander then, shall we? Should we just slide a trumpet in there as well? Did Danny Maguire get a fine for the outburst last week, which he was right about? I believe he did. So Atkin goes to shift the ball off to Westerman. Cudjoe is there trying to make a tackle and or intercept. Seeing if he gets a touch on it. This might be impossible to tell with the quality of cameras, but we'll see. I think it does. This might be a knock-on from Cudjoe. Well, is this forward in relation to the ground? Is it, though? Or is it sideways? Quality of video refs is shocking. It's been awful the last few weeks. I'd say Cudjoe has touched that. It probably is a knock-on. But at the back of the scrum, Cass have a great chance here to answer back. They've not looked too convincing. Unfortunately, even when they had the extra man, they've not looked great. But it's now with Lawler in centre field. I think Lawler's been solid over the last few weeks. Playing in the back row, over on the right hand side, I think he's looked alright. Amon now in centre field. Wrapped up by our geezer, Leroy Cudjoe. Go on, Leroy. Get stuck in, lad. Atkin pops the ball up to Lawler. Atkin over on the right hand side. Lawler plays it. Now with Milnes. Pops the ball up to Westerman. Oof, tries to extend the arm, but that ball comes loose. Great effort from Joe Westerman, but it's knocked out. Cracking effort. What is up with Atkin's eye? I know I'd heard about something, but that doesn't look good at all from here. Last I heard, he was under investigation, but Maguire doesn't deserve a fine. He was right. People want to hear coach's opinion. Yeah, true. Very true. Never knew referee can be on the interchanges. Rush. That's the one. Imagine they were the same person. Imagine. All season video refs awful. It's like they don't know the rules properly. I think early on, they were okay. Personally, I do think they're okay. But more recently, there's been a few more issues. Cass are shocking at attack, getting championship. Yeah, they're not firing at the moment. 25 minutes gone. They've not looked dangerous at all. I think they had one ball over the top from, was it Atkin? I think it was, and it was like half a chance, but nothing crazy. Westerman was close once or twice. But yeah, not great. Seany underneath it, knocks the ball on though. Assey collects it. Sorry. For those that are watching, are we all in agreement that he just, actually knocked the ball on? I know he was facing his own goal line, but that ball dropped, between his legs. I don't know, Kieran. I don't know. I don't know the rules, mate. Apparently nobody knows. Can't believe Tom Moan went Cass instead of Wire. Was that even a choice? I didn't realise that was a choice. Cadetta, you a fan of 14 teams next year, buddy? Yes, there were some thoughts I had on that. I am a fan, yes. But I'll get onto a bit more detail about it soon when there's a break. But is that Is that George King, the wall? Yes, it is. The legend, the Warrington Wolves legend, George King. 27 minutes on the clock, 20 metres out for the Huddersfield Giants. Left to Frawley, dinks the ball towards the back left. And it's not on, I think, from Huddersfield. It is. Okay, the 14-team thing. I think in terms of variety, I think it's good. If it's teams like York, they don't get great attendance, to be honest. But if they're in Super League, we can then see what they get. If it's Bradford, they don't get great attendances. Obviously, again, comparing to Super League. But if they join Super League, we'll see what attendance they get. So, it could be good. Toulouse are the same. I don't think Oldham's there yet. They've made a good push last few years, but I don't think they'll be on there for points yet. Widnes maybe are close. But the only issue is clubs will lose more money because the split for the TV deal will be less. So Assi on the last tackle kicks, or the fourth tackle, kicks from behind his own 30. And this ball is just going to go over the dead ball line. Could have been a beautiful kick there. It's close. Very close. Yeah, we was in for him. Oh, I didn't know that. It would have been a good pick-up. We need some help up front now. Would have been a good pick-up. Need a Cumbrian and Southern team. They could be good. I know Bedford Tigers made a push to get into League One. Maybe next year. We'll have to see. They might want to replace Cornwall. And I don't know. I don't think there's any other places in Cumbria that really want to put a team in. That just have the resource. I don't think there's a Cumbrian team that have the resources. Unless the three up there merged. I think they'd have to do that to really have the resources. Actually, Barrow were decent on the IMG grades, if I remember. I think Barrow were fairly high up, actually. Huddersfield Giants, 20 metres out. Wolford in centre field. Right to Frawley. Right to Lower Heyer. Right to Milne, who slaps the ball on towards Gagai down the right touchline. 3 players around him, but shrugs a few off. Offloads to Lola Hay, kicks the ball through. Played at by a Cass player. And Stimpson wasn't played at, apparently. What do I know? Nothing, apparently. It's now left to Frawley. He's going to switch back to Burgess. A few post-contact meters there. Could have broken through the line. Wolford in front of the sticks on the last tackle. Greenwood on his left, trying to crash over. Very close, but he's wrapped up by 4 defenders. So that's going to be a turnover right in front of the try line. The worry is if we get less from the new TV contract while expanding the league, could ruin the game. I'm assuming, Kings, the deal will be worth more. That's my assumption. The talk of the NRL buying part of Super League, I think the Australian and UK TV deals are going to be done around the same time. So I think there's a bit more international collaboration that could be done. That more is paid from overseas broadcasters to show our games. And vice versa. I think the deal's going to be worth more. It's now with Sim. Unfortunately, Samurai, so yeah, I've probably not been focusing on the game too much, but it hasn't been the most exciting half, I'll be honest. Talks that clubs that come up won't get any money from the pot in the first year. That would make more sense. And there's a kick that's gone dead in goal. First time was close to being okay. Second time, Assy, you're going to sort it out, mate. Sort it out. Gary Hetherington nailed it first time. Wouldn't be involved with London if he didn't know something about the future, in my opinion. You're probably right, Kevin, actually, thinking about that. Once more teams in end of contract, more money can be discussed. Right, yeah. Wolford, waiting at dummy half. Second tackle, he's going to go short side right. He's got the legend that is Tiny Milne on his outside. eating up the metres up towards the 20. Wolford. Need to yawn again. Sorry, please don't score now. That'd be great. Thanks very much. Frawley wrapped up 20 metres out. Wolford on the 4th. Left to Lollahea. Out the back. What a beautiful ball from Lollahea. Halsall puts the ball down. Lollahea. It's going all right today for Tui. Good old Tui. Flights any way you like. That's going to be 10-0 for the Giants. They were a man down. Didn't matter. They still scored. Tui Lollahea with a quality pass to Halsall. Who was that? It was Senior. Senior was trying to jam into Flanagan. Fair play. So there we go. Shall we get a trumpet? It was an assist, yeah. It was a beautiful ball. He had Flanagan out the back. Innis Senior tries to jam into Flanagan, but it was a cut-out pass to Halsall. And, yeah, found himself in a 2-on-1. But the fullback was still there, but he had the space. So a try and assist. Not too shabby. Huddersfield turning up today. They certainly are. All my predictions have gone to crap. What did you have, Kieran? Did you put a score in here? I don't see it. Sorry about the yawning. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, that was Slink. Put 22-10 for Cass. Okay, well, unfortunate for Slink there. Flanagan. The conversion is... It's good. It is good. Right. To the chat real quick. Sorry, I need to yawn again. What do you think about Wire doing a rotated 13 against Salford as in Vaughan? See, I was gonna kind of agree with the idea of just rotating players, and then you say Vaughan on the wing. You lost me at that one. I was going to agree, then you lost me at that one. Back underway. Huddersfield have possession just in front of their own 10 or just over their own 10. Thursday prop, absolutely. Always get smashed in the head. Easy penalties. Burgess with the next carry. Strong carry over the 20. I think there's still a chance he makes the England squad based on his experience. And he is massive. I think he still could potentially be in the squad, and if he is, I wouldn't mind. Golding left to Frawley up towards halfway. Now with Greenwood trying to push off Milnes. He does up towards the 40. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Can the Giants hit 18? Lollahea out the back, slightly wayward, but Milne kill exit. Flanagan chips the ball high. This could be out on the full. It is. That is not good. Not in the chat, but Huddersfield to win by 12. Well, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. Where's the England National squad? I'm so sorry for the yawning, by the way, guys. I'm so sorry. I was up very early this morning. I was up at 4, so I'm kind of... Break here for Senior. Eventually brought down by Swift. About 15 metres out, over near the right-hand side. Back towards the middle with Atkin. Now with Griffin. Pops the ball up towards... Who is that? Couldn't see, but he gets an offload to Assy. Now with Mella over on the left-hand side of the field. Only 4 or 5 metres out. It was Innis Senior. Over on the left-hand side. Mella will play the ball. Now with Dejan Assi, cutting towards centre field. Out the back to Milnes. Pops it up to Lawler. He's going to walk in. There we go. We've finally got some points from Cass. There we go. They've shown up. Welcome to the game, Castleford. Pleasure to have you here. Thanks for finally showing up. There we go. Matty Ashton in the England squad, not sure about that. He can't be ready, surely. He's not. My assumption, by the way, guys, with injured players being selected and guys that are perceived to be out for the rest of the season, is for two reasons. One, if by some miracle they are actually ready for the Ashes, then they've had that prep. And two, I think players like Ashton, for example, are likely to be in the World Cup squad next year. So I think getting him involved in the England setup as much as possible for next year, I think is a positive. So, like, I've said I want Tompkins to be part of that England group. Not to play, but I want him part of the group because I think he'll be a good leader. I think anyone that could play for England in the World Cup next year should be part of this training squad in, like, an extended capacity. And for when, like, we actually get to the Ashes as well, when that proper squad comes out, like an extended squad, so that they can all become more familiar with other players, the coaching setup, the kind of philosophies and ideas or whatever, and then have a head start for next year. Where can you find it? I think if you just search England RL on Facebook, or you just Google England Rugby League Ashes squad, there'll be a training squad that's out. It's like an extended 32-man thing. So it's not the official lineup, but there'll be some people in there. What's wrong with Facebook? People of all ages use Facebook. What's wrong with Facebook? Right then, back underway. Cass are in possession, 15 metres out from their own try line. Sini, having a go here, Cass. I like this. Over on the left-hand side with Innis Senior. Now inside Huddersfield territory. I like this. The early movement from Cass. Coming towards the end of the first half. Cass looking for an equaliser. Stimson with the next carry in centre field. Now a minute to go. Atkin in centre field. On his right to Milnes. He wants to switch back to Lewis Senior. Up towards the 30. Now the fourth. I need to yawn again. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I see. Now it's Sini. Sini shrugs off one and Sini goes in. That yawn's going to be absolutely fantastic for the stream highlights video. But we move. The video ref's going to check it. Try is given on field. We could have an equaliser from Cass here with 30 seconds to go in the first half. These last 10 minutes have been interesting. Potential obstruction. Are they checking for that as well? Let's have a gander. Let's see. I think Milne commits to the lead runner. Yeah, and it's inside shoulder. I think this will be okay. No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Sini bumps off one in Flanagan. Yeah, there we go. That's all good. That is all good. That should be 10 for Cass. With a kick to come. Suddenly, Castleford go from being absolutely nowhere in this game to 2 points down with a chance to go level. Look at them go. They're flying. Worth a trumpet, I reckon. Hey! I'm very tempted at half time to play a clip from the interview, by the way. I'm very tempted. Very, very tempted. Milnes to make it 12 all. Going into the sheds. The kick is good, and that's 12 all. There we go. Lovely. It's going to be half time. So we went from a basically nothing game to what could be a cracker. And I do have 24-18 to Huddersfield. So it's looking all right. Actually, I think it was 24-18. Let me double check that. So don't get me hopes up. I predicted 24-18. It's on. Okay. Oh, very tempted to play a clip. So I think you guys are here. I wanted... Oh. Should I do it? Should I do it? Because I wanted to announce, like, release the teaser video first on TikTok, but I'm just thinking... I feel like since the regulars are here, treat them to Summit, like a minute 45 clip from my interview that has not been announced properly yet. Got 2 tries in the last few minutes, bloody hell. If you want to show it, call it an early birthday present for me. Do you know what? You know what? Yeah. Since we got Kieran in here, right? First of all, I'm doing this for Kieran. Why am I doing this for Kieran? 1, early birthday present. So there we go. His birthday coming up. 2, quality donations for the M&D fundraiser back in round 7. Member of the channel. Some solid donations as well. And a regular. So, for you, Kieran, I will. For you, I will. Okay. So, my interview has not been announced yet, but I'm going to play a clip. It's about a minute 45 with the player. So you guys will get a sneak peek. Okay? So, okay. Right then. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a clip from the interview. What are some of the finer details that you've learned about being a fullback over the years? I also what are some of the finer details that you've learned about being a fullback over the years? What are some of the finer details that you've learned? How to come out the back of shape? That was sort of how you worded it. Are there any other finer details that you've learned over the years?
Yeah, counting numbers has been big, and realizing. I know everyone always says eyes up rugby, um, but genuinely looking up and recognizing what player is where on the field. So sometimes you might get a middle on a short side, which is a great chance to exploit that. So yeah, looking up, counting numbers, and yeah, what you mentioned then about coming out the back of play. Um, my timing, tempo, depth. When I preview an edge, instead of jamming team or a jamming edge, you could say, where to position myself so I can execute the pass that's needed. So yeah, I would definitely say numbers, depth, and timing out the back. Dan Maguire was very good in the sense of just let me do me kind of thing and not put too much pressure on plays and where to be and like just frazzling my brain with information. I think he kind of took all that on board and just said, right, Jack, you go play and do your own thing, which worked because, there was a lot of players in the team at that time where there was offloads and, that broken play was my thing, support play, which obviously worked out for the team. So, um, early doors, yeah, that's Dan Maguire was huge on that front of just letting me just play my own game and give me no pressure.
Well, there you go. There you go then. Apologies for a little mess up with the audio at first. It was a thing I had to change around, but yeah. So there you go. There's a clip. It's a fairly long interview as well, so there's plenty more to cover. So there'll be a proper announcement on TikTok, YouTube, other platforms I'm on. Hopefully tomorrow. And then the full thing would likely be, oh, Kieran, you're too good to me. You're too good to me. You know what that means, folks. You know what that means. Thank you very much, Kieran. What a guy. What a guy. When is your birthday, Kieran? Does anyone also want to predict a winner for the second half? Any guesses? Hope people enjoyed the clip anyway. Oh, on the 5th. All those Saints, I'll be streaming that one. I think I'm still going to back my prediction of 24-18. Since it's looking like it could work out that way. Huddersfield have been the better side for most of the first half. Cass with a bit of momentum to bring it back. Who will start the second half better? We shall see. Yeah, there's something about both these sides now. Still with a bit of work to do, but looking a lot better. Much, much better. Okay. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. If Cass can dig in, they might grind a win. They could do. They could do. I think as of right now, I think I trust Huddersfield more with, like in a typical game, a typical back and forth. I think I trust them a little bit more. But when things get a bit chaotic, I think that works in Castleford's favour. They do like to move the ball around. I think when there's less, shall we say, structure in a game, probably suits Cass a bit more. So we'll see. But even with that sin bin for Huddersfield, maybe the later on into the half they went, the more worn down they felt. So that could have been a factor. Like, it didn't feel like it was much of a factor at the time. Cass didn't really gain much momentum from it. They actually conceded points, but maybe fitness and just tiredness for Huddersfield started to creep in the longer it went on. Maybe that was it. So I think after a break, I think the Giants should be okay. But we will see. So just to remind everybody, I will be streaming Lee vs Wigan and Salford vs Warrington tomorrow in the dual stream. Then I'll be streaming Hull FC versus Saints. That'll be at 2:30 on Saturday the 5th. I will not be streaming Wakefield vs Catalans because I'm out with mates for some food. And then I'll be streaming Hull KR vs Leeds on Sunday the 6th, which will be at quarter to 3 as well. So, some cracking games coming up. Some quality games. This, do you know what? Actually, on paper, this is probably the best round of games that we'll have all season. Because right now, this feels like a close matchup. Lee versus Wigan, given the drop in performances from Wigan and the quality that Lee have available at the moment, or the quality that they've shown, makes it interesting. Salford versus Warrington, not so much, but there's elements that could make that one interesting. Hopefully it isn't interesting and it's really boring as a Wire fan, hopefully. But Hull FC versus Saints, that could be quality. Wakefield versus Catalans, you'd assume that Wakefield would be fine, but you never know off the back of that Catalans win against Huddersfield, and they've put in back-to-back better performances, so that one could be really good, and Wakefield want revenge for the last game. And then Hull KR versus Leeds, this is a quality round. This might be, like, on paper, this is possibly the best round of the season. It's got the makings of it. Not going Salford then, Rob? I was really thinking about going. I was really tempted to go. But no, I will be dual streaming tomorrow. If Giants keep swinging the ball to wings and kicks with high bombs, Giants win. Cass can offload and attack in short range. They certainly can. I do like, though, I've said it a couple times before, it's like early in the set, deep in their own half, if Cass shift the ball around, they're making meters. They've done it a fair bit over the last few weeks. And they're making meters. They're finding line breaks. I think keep doing that. Not constantly, obviously, but have a go. Just have a go. And they're finding a bit of success with that. We'll have State of Origin again next week, actually, next Wednesday. I think it's next Wednesday. Oh, as well. Need to thank you guys, by the way. I've hit 1 million views on this channel. 1 million views. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Now, on TikTok, it's up to like... It's over 2 mil. TikTok, it's kind of easier to get those sort of numbers. But on YouTube, that's difficult. And I grew up, like, watching YouTubers that, like, when they'd hit their first 1 million subscribers, I know subscribers are very different to views, like, very different. But, like, the idea of hitting 1 million was crazy. Obviously, some of those YouTubers I watch now are in, like, the tens of millions of subscribers. But to have 1 million views on a YouTube channel is just really cool. It's really, really cool. And yeah, it's because you guys keep showing up. You guys keep watching the videos. You watch the live streams. It is very cool. It is very, very cool. Thank you very much. Well done, Rob. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone else as well. So back underway. Hoping for a interesting entire second half rather than just the back end. But if it's, if we have to wait to the back end for a blockbuster finish, I'm all right with that. Huddersfield Giants have the opening set of this second half. And it's going to be Wire legend George King. Plays for Wolford on the last tackle. On his right now with Tui Lolohea. Kicks this one towards the sticks. It's going to bounce once. Do not let it bounce. Do not let the egg bounce. Sim is brought down only 5 metres in front of his own try line. Cass could be under a bit of pressure here. Innes Senior taking the first carry over the 10. Next carry from Wood over the 20. Plays it for Atkin in centre field. He's going to scoot. Find some decent metres up towards the 40. Not too bad there from Cass. Could have been under a lot of pressure, in a bit of trouble. But now they're about to finish this set inside the Giants' half. On the last tackle, they'll go right to Milnes. Kicks the ball towards the back right. Flanagan's underneath it. Loses the ball backwards. I think that's knocked on by Swift. Yeah, knock on my Swift. There we go. Do you get many from down under watching your NRL predictions? I actually get most of my views are from the NRL predictions. So, as of right now, so my Super League predictions are at 2,600 views, which are pretty high. But the latest NRL predictions are at 7.2 thousand, which is ridiculous. Debating letting the trumpet go, if you know what I mean. I think I know what you mean, Sam, but I don't want to think about it. Tracy, hello all. Missed first half, how's it been? Well, Tracy, good to see you. Start of the first half was not good. Just not. But last 10 minutes, not too shabby. What's the symbol next to your name? That's the Kinetic Rugby League logo, and that's because you're a member of the channel. And that'll change every month that you're a member. That'll change to a different colour. That's the reward for it. There you go. You can show it off. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Griffin waits at dummy half. Just left of the sticks. They're right in front of the line. Left to Sini. Fakes the ball out the back. Cuts back towards the middle. Scanning the line. Hands the ball off to Assi. Dinks the ball towards the back right. Who is there? There's a possible push in the back, also possible knock on. There is a complete mess. It's definitely not a try. Maybe a penalty try. Would have to see it again. Sam, you should have just sent me money, but Sam... I hope that's Dan's tenor. That better be Dan's. Thank you, Sam. Let's see. Let's see if there's a potential penalty try in there. I don't think there is. I think it's just kind of shoulder to shoulder, no real shoves in there. It says this is going to be the best angle and then changes to 2 different angles. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. How many times do you want to see it back? It was always down centre. Is he actually not coming? Is that why you wanted it back? I've not read the chat for a little while. To knock on and move on. We might never move on, Kieran, because this is still going. Oh, they've got a decision. Great. No try. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? Because that just took a good year and a half off my life. Three and a half minutes gone in the second half. Wolford, now with Tani Milne, the legend that is, up towards the 40. Gets an offload for Tui Lolohea. The Tongan magician. Is that one going to stick? We'll see. We will see. George King, the Wall, Warrington legend. Everyone's getting nicknames now. Jesus. Greenwood plays it for Wolford. Frawley pops up to Burgess, now only 20 metres out. Huddersfield, cracking chance here, shifting left. Frawley now to Greenwood. Only 10 metres out, 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. Last tackle, Wolford over on the left. Now with Frawley, he's going to chip the ball just across the posts. On the 10, knocked backwards by Cass. Slightly dangerous there from Dejan Assi, but Cass have possession with, I think that's Mellor, up towards the 20. Could have been a rough one. Richard, another member, is back. Hi Rob and everyone, hope everyone is well. I am not too bad, Richard. I hope you are well yourself. Love it. Love it. So, Lewis Senior is wrapped up. Plays it just short of halfway. Now with Atkin in centre field. Ball at the back to Assi. Good hands here from Cass. And Senior's going to lose the ball, but that was, I think it was backwards, but good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Now with Griffin into Giants territory. 5.5 minutes gone in the second half. Atkin. And it's a knock-on from Cass. Stimson it is. It's going to be the culprit. How dare he? Richard. What a quality bunch of folks. I'm telling you. Quality people here. Great people. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much indeed. We might have a try. Any second now. Cracking chance here for Huddersfield. Frawley, left of the posts. On the last, left to Lolohea, dinks the ball through. I think it's played out, but it is also recovered by Cass. There is an offload. A mistake here, and it's going to be Giants ball? Everyone think about the Aussie squad. The Aussie squad? The Aussie squad? Do you mean the England squad for the Aussie game? I'm not sure I know what you mean, sir. Okay. I think it's not perfect, but it's still got some solid players in there. Yeah. Not perfect, but it's fine. There's a few too many omissions in there, but for the most part, it's fine on paper. Great chance once again for the Giants. I feel like with all this pressure, they've got to put something up soon. Frawley is going to go himself. He's stopped just short of the line, about a metre short. Wolford over on the left-hand side of the field. On his right to Golding. He then goes out the back to Lollahea. He dinks the ball through past the post. Milne is chasing. That's close. I think that's a knock-on, but that's very close. He's not confident. And if the legend that is Tiny Milne is not confident, then how can any man be confident? Paul is also here. A regular. Jesus. All these donations. It's just quality people. Quality people. Such as yourself. With the donations you've done previously. Let's face it, Aussies will murder us. I don't think they will, Owen. Have I seen you in here before? I feel like I've not. Have you been? I mean, you've probably been in here before, but I don't recognise the name from chats. Anyway, welcome. I've just got a feeling they won't. I can understand if they beat us 3-0, but I think each game will be decent. Being busy. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. There are more important things in life than my live streams. Believe it or not. I think that's a knock-on. It's close. It's a good effort. I think Senior just does enough. Okay, Paul. Okay. All right. Yeah, these replays are getting ridiculous now. This is getting ridiculous. I've only just started watching Aussie League. Some good, some bad, but the games were awesome, so strong. Yeah, the quality games over there. There are some stinkers, absolute stinkers, some absolute stinkers, but for the most part, some quality games. One thing I found with the NRL as well, I feel like there's always more chance of a comeback with the NRL. Like, a team could be 18 points down, but with the way the game kind of goes over there, I feel like they're not out of it. Unless there's only 5 minutes to go, then there's not really a chance, but they could score 3 tries in 10 minutes. That doesn't feel like an impossibility over there. The Cats now in possession. 49 minutes on the clock. Fourth tackle coming up. Atkin in centre field. Ball is now with Stimson, former Gold Coast Titans player. Came over recently. Atkin dinks the ball through, chases his own kick. Flanagan collects it. Flanagan's had a slightly rough day today. Slightly rough day. It's not been one of his best days. But he is going to be huge towards the back end. Huddersfield, though, get a penalty. Flanagan and Atkin going at each other. Bit like Leeds versus Lee. Yeah, a little bit, actually, yeah. You never know which way NRL game's going to go. That's what I like about it. Yeah, I mean, as based on how my predictions have been going this year, he's spot on. You know, I look into the stats, I look into the squads, I look into how teams are playing. You make a prediction, thinking, you know what? I'm confident about this. And it gets shat all over. Beautiful. Just delightful. Exquisite. Wolford in centre field, off the back of the penalty. Second tackle, right to Golding. Now with Burgess, up towards the 20. Now with Wolford, engages the line, pops the ball across to the legend that is Tiny Milne. Go on, just do it. Do it! The legend. Tane Milne. Remember the name Tane Milne. The legend that is. The Fijian flyer. The legend. He's the best player in the game. He exists beyond time. Even before he was born, he was the best player to ever play the game. He will always be the best player to ever play the game. He's Tane Milne. You just can't get any better. Even he's putting his hands up like that. Why am I so good? That's what he's asking. Why am I so goddamn good at rugby league? Because you're Tane Milne. That's why. That should have been dealt with. I agree. I've had this for a while. Bit over a year. I just don't normally wear t-shirts. I normally wear hoodies, but since it's been so hot recently, obviously the last few weeks, I don't want to be wearing hoodies in an already hot room, so. And the conversion from Flanagan is swinging, and it's no good. So that's going to be 12-16. It remains. Not happy with that one. It's not been Flanagan's day, but I feel like give it time, something's coming. Okay, so why is that showing up on the stream but not? I once knew a kid called Paul Miller. That's an interesting comment, Richard. I don't know what that relates to, but Paul Miller, you need to work on yourself, according to Richard. You need to work on that, okay? Because Richard ain't happy. So sort it out. It might be. What I don't get is it won't show the message in the live stream chat, but the bot that I have that collects the messages to show it on the stream gets the messages. So weird. At least I can see it. It still comes up. So yeah, it's basically YouTube's banning the word. I think I can change the restrictions so that it's like you can say whatever you want. So I might have to change that because people are normally fine with what they say. Cini underneath the ball, collects it, takes it over the 10. Oh, Joshua, whichever one you prefer. Joshua, I'm assuming. I'll stick with that. Welcome back. I do remember you. Of course I do. I do indeed. Milner indeed. Yes. Milner. Was it Milne or Assey? Got bets on both of them. The last try scorer was Milne. Atkin in centre field. Hands the ball off to Stimpson on his right, who then gives it to... Is that Hall? It is. Yes, it is. Has Assey scored or nah? The answer is nah. Cini with a carry up towards halfway. swirling ball. It's going to bounce once, collected by Adam Swift. A lucky bounce there, because that could have been dangerous. Who calls someone English? That's just stupid, yeah. Well, what can you do, eh? What can you do? Up towards the 10 with the... I was going to say the legend that is, but that's Gagai, not Milne. Mario and Sonic is replying to his own comments on Discord. Jesus. I'll have a gander. So, is that Halsall? Yes, it is. Halsall just over the 10. Huddersfield under a bit of pressure now. Third tackle, and they've only just got over their own 10, up towards the 20, with the legend that is Tane Milne. 55 minutes on the clock. Golding out the back to Tui Lolohea under a bit of pressure, gets the ball away. Taken on the full by Sini behind his own 10, recovers it over the 20. So Castleford's next 5, they've got Salford away, Warrington at home, Saints away, Hull KR away, Leeds at home. So I'm not including Warrington yet, but that after Salford, that run of 4 games could be really, really difficult. On paper, it's extremely tough. I swear I haven't watched this, and guess what? I'm back from London. How was it, Josh? You were? How was it? Good time? Hot tub stream at... God, no. God, no. What was your prediction for this one? I went 24-18 to Huddersfield. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow? I've gone with Lee to win by 4. And I've got Warrington to beat Salford. Warrington to beat Salford. You know what, Samarito? I was really considering that, by the way. For the predictions video, I was really considering that exact thing. If Hot Tub Stream, you'll be printing donations of money. It depends how much money. It depends how much shame I will have to place on myself to get the bag. Ruben saying Castleford win. We'll see. They're still in it. And they also have possession. No, they don't. Huddersfield have possession. Silly me. 57.5 minutes on the clock. Tui Lolohea in centre field. Hands it off to Wilson. Burgess and King have come off. Wilson and Cudjoe are on. It's now with Leroy Cudjoe. Last tackle. Frawley. 15 metres out. Chips the ball across the field. Collected by Wood. And returns it over the 10. Also gets an offload for Sini. Bit of room to run, maybe? Oof, over the 20. Rob ain't fitting a hot tub in that box room. To be fair, if I move the bed, there's a chance. I just have to take the PC outside. It's a big room, by the way. It's just I'm sort of closed off because the desk and is like massive, so it's kind of how I like it. I like being in this confined space. Last tackle. There's a chip from Milnes towards the back right. Flanagan underneath it, takes it cleanly, comes down on the 10. 2 defenders holding him down. Huddersfield still with the lead at the moment. Cass just kind of slowly working. Slowly working. No, I know you were joking, but I was like genuinely, I was just thinking, for my own brain, could I get a hot tub in here? It's always nice to think. So you guys now will be thinking, can I get a hot tub in my bedroom? Just have a little think about that one. Is this going to be dead in goal again? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's how you do it. Nailed it. It wasn't assy this time, but it was... That's how you do it. Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the idiot's house? Knock, knock the chicken. What did I just read? What did I just read? You could put a Robbins poster behind you. I'm not going to do that. No idea why. I'm probably just not going to do that. I like the thinking though. I don't think I'll do it. Perhaps a wolf. Flanagan returns the ball over the 20, bumps off one, eventually brought down. I know, Joshua. I know. Adam Swift in possession. Hands the ball off to Gagai. The ball comes loose. It is stripped out by Innis Senior. Referee says play on. He's now shifting right. Good hands towards the right edge. Now with Sim up towards the 10. Lawler. Now Westerman. Hands the ball off to Hall. 10 metres out. Hill right to the sticks. Come on, Cass. Rub it in. Assy. Over the top to Senior in the corner. Tries to barge over. No try given on field. They're going to check it. Do you know... Oh. Kevin, what an absolute delight you guys have been. Thank you very much. You guys have been quality. Absolute quality. This is a tough call, this one. Is it on BBC 102? It is not. It's on Sky Sports Plus. Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much indeed. I think he's lost it. Oh my. Paul. This is going to be no try. You guys are quality. Thank you very much. I'll match the next donation to Rob's charity supporting Wire fans. You mean the next... You mean, what do you mean by that? If I pick a charity that support, you don't have to explain that. Oh, are you calling me the charity? Is that what you are you calling me the charity, Paul? Paul with another donation. Did you sell your Maserati and this is why you're just splashing the cash? That's your collapse. Thank you, Paul. Another trumpet, of course. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. Could be a chance of a try here. Who scored? Nobody yet. Or if you mean so far in this game, Sini. I'm not going to try and remember it. Let's just actually get the actual stuff up. First it was Lolohea, Halsall, Lawler, Sini and Milne. They've been the try scorers so far. Don't worry, I've got money, pal. Look at him go. A charity that supports the mental health issues caused by Warrington Wolves rugby side on the fans. Okay. Right. Don't know if that charity exists yet, but that's harsh. That's harsh. So there is a penalty for the Giants. They can make this a 6-point lead. They could do with these. We certainly do, Kevin. It's rough. Forget Salford. It's rough over here in Warrington. The kick from Flanagan is good. 6-point lead for the Giants. And that means that my exact score prediction is also a little bit more likely. Also a little bit more likely. Because it could have been awkward. But it's on. Again, I've not had an exact score prediction since Warrington versus Leeds at Warrington last year. Richard. It's just quality. Quality. Hopefully you can buy some decent curtains. What's wrong with the curtains, lad? Come on. What? I can't do right for you. I can't. I don't have the right curtains. I can't fit a hot tub in here. I'm wearing my dad's t-shirt. God. It can't go on like this. It can. I'm getting bullied. This is cyberbullying now. I'm going to report you through the Sharp system. So, Rush goes left to Golding. I saw something that Sam Rito put. I'm going to read it in a second, but I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. So we've got 14 minutes to go. Lola here in centre field. Out the back to Frawley. He's going to switch back to Rushton. Up towards the 20. Plays of a rush in centre field. He's going to go left. He's going to go himself up towards the 10. Powell waits at dummy half. Just left of the sticks. Now with Frawley. Pops up to Cudjoe. Last tackle. Over on the left-hand side. Rush. He's going to go short side left. Frawley. Cuts back towards the middle. They just want to pin Cass back. And they will do about 2 or 3 metres in front of their own try line. Okay. Okay. Can someone please show me how to stop giving Rob money, please? You might have to just stop watching, Richard. You just got to stop watching. You got an NRL one correct, didn't you? I got the exact score prediction on the video, but it was wrong to what I should have had. So I said it was going to be 1 to 12. I put a 14-point gap. So the incorrect score that I put on the video was actually the exact score. So I got it wrong, but I was right. £50 for beard shaved and taper fade fluffy hair. Add a few more zeros to that. I'll cut your hair and give you 40 quid. A few more zeros. How's it 12-18? Penalty for Huddersfield. Huddersfield in possession. Now with Halsall brought down 15 metres out from his own try line. Swift with the next carry. Over the 20. Rush. Now with Gagai. Then to the legend that is Tiny Milne. Just need a try and conversion from each team. And we're sorted. Up to halfway. Now with Rush. Then to Lolohea. Moving it left. Flanagan. Across to Halsall. Potential break here for the Giants. Back to Flanagan. I think they got the numbers. Then with Frawley. A little bit of chaos here. Eventually wrapped up. Good scramble there from Cass. Lolohea. Across to Cudjoe. Back in the centres. But he loses the ball. Picked up by Lolohea. Puts the ball down. But that is going to be a knock-on. None taken. None taken. Have you done the interview yet? Yes. I showed a clip at half-time. But at full-time, I will show a clip as well. So I haven't said the name. But there was a... I will just show the minute 45 clip again at full-time. We have 8.5... Sorry, no we don't. We have 10.5 minutes to go. Sini gets an offload, but then it ends up in the hands of Cudjoe. Stopped just over 10 metres out. Now with Wilson. Was your birds question asked? Your bird is in your great timing because Huddersfield has just scored. There we have it. 22-12 with a kick to come. I can't see Cass coming back. 10 minutes to go. I think they can score a try. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the magic behind the scenes. I'm going to redo this. And those watching the stream highlights on TikTok will never know. First time reaction. And action. So they play the ball left of the sticks. Now a two Lolohea. Switches back to Flanagan. Oh, that's a beautiful little switchback. Just walks in. Lolohea's having a quality game. Flanagan wasn't so much. But there you go. Gets himself a try. Lolohea, 2 assists. And a try. There you go. Lead extended for Huddersfield. And scene. The question was about, do you pull more birds? No, I did not ask that question. No. Rolling back the years, Cudjoe, how old is he now? I think he's 37. When are you going to show a match so we can see? Unfortunately, Joshua, I don't think I'll ever be able to show a match due to copyright reasons. Unless, I can email Super League. I can email the NRL and say, look, one time, could you let me do it one time? There would be some legal... I think they'd have to basically get permission from Super League, NRL, Fox, or 9, whoever's showing it in NRL, Sky. So it would be basically impossible to get permission to do that. But maybe once. Flanagan to make it 24-12. He does. So I just need a try and a kick from Cass, and I have an exact score prediction for the first time since last year. Again, those that are regulars will know how my exact score predictions have gone. I've only ever got 2 exact score predictions. One was a game last year, Warrington versus Leeds, And the one before that was the first ever predictions video that I did on this channel in round 1 of the Rugby League World Cup. Do you see potential for a comeback? I do not. I do not. Let's see. Hull City placed under transfer embargo for 3 windows as concerns over finances grow. That's not good. It's not good at all. There's been a few more issues in football recently. That's not a good sign. A few clubs really struggling. That's very unfortunate. We have 7.5 minutes to go. Westerman, now Singleton. Just over 10 metres out. Come on, Cass. Get me the exact score prediction. And it's Wayward, collected by Frawley. Huddersfield now up towards around 20. Great chance for Cass. I think if there was going to be a potential for comeback, it's all kind of gone now. You know, it's all over. It's all gone. 7 minutes to go. It's not impossible, but we'll see. Cass just threw ball and game away. I think so. Huddersfield on the last tackle up to halfway. Tuilola Haya. Short side left to Frawley. Kicks on the last. Cini under it, takes it cleanly. Skips past 1, then is wrapped up just short of 40. Or is that the 20? That's the 20. They zoomed out. So they were shifting the ball, but Wood's under a bit of pressure. The Giants players think that he's knocked the ball on. I didn't see anything in there. It's now with Assey. They're having a go. Mellor spinning. Look at him go. Now with Senior. And it's a penalty for Cass. Morecambe are going under 2. Jesus. What's the situation with Reading as well? Don't they despise their owner or something? Heard Warrington going to sign Paul Scholes. Maybe. He's in his prime, so why not? Oh. Okay, interesting. Sorry, James Vella, are you trying to get in my boy Tiny Milne's face? Are you trying to say that the legend that is Tiny Milne made a mistake? Are you implying that, James Vella? Because I wouldn't do that. Cini, with half a break, offloads the ball to Senior. Under a bit of trouble near the touchline. Cini now comes back towards the middle with Mellor. 30 metres out. 5.5 minutes to go. Fresh set for Cass. Second tackle, Lawler in centre field on his right now with Westerman. Pops the ball up to Tom and Moan. Only 15 metres out. Less than that, I think, as well. Lawler left to Westerman. Now with Assey. Cutting back to the right and makes a mistake. 5 minutes to go. Come on, Cass. I want this exact score prediction. Come on. You're asleep. Are you going to sleep now, Sabai? Well, thank you for stopping by, Joshua. Thank you very much indeed. Sleep well, sir. There's going to be a scrum for Cass, so it's actually not seen as a knock-on from Dejan Assey. Out the back of the scrum to Lawler. Milnes is going to have a go himself. Stopped just short. Lawler. Now Westerman. Tom Amone. Still inside the 10. 4 minutes to go. Come on, Cass. Trying a conversion here. Come on. Assey over the top to Sim. Second tackle near the right touchline. Something between the sticks. Something between the sticks. Fresh set of 6. Come on, Assey. Westerman up towards the 10. Three and a half minutes to go. Lawler, I want this. I want this. Stopped a metre short over on the left-hand side. Come on, Cass. Singleton. It's going to play it for Lawler, but the whistle is blown for a second. Lawler. Now with Westerman in centre field. Right to Assey. Across to Milnes. Dinks the ball through. Swift recovers it. Under a bit of pressure in goal. Good work there from Cass. They'll get themselves a repeat set. Well done, Swift, for defusing that situation. As we know, Paul Scholes is too tall to get in and get in a rugby league team. Well, he's yeah, I think his height is what's stopping him from playing. Can't believe Cass are even losing. I mean, both sides aren't great, so there was no clear winner going into this one. And I don't think it's that surprising that Cass are losing. So Miller will play this ball. No, he won't. He'll offload this ball on the 40, and Lawler is already up to the 20. 2 minutes to go. Come on, Cass. Come on. Come on. I need that exact score. I need it. Singleton chucks the ball over the top. Now with Assey. Launches it right. Slightly wayward. Eventually in the hands of Sim. Step in. Stop just over the 10. 9 metres out. A minute and a half to go. Few tackles left in this set. Senior. And a fresh set of 6 for Cass. Assey. Oh my God. Since starting this YouTube channel in 2021, my first ever predictions video, I got an exact score correct. It took me until last season to get another one correct, an exact score. Cass had a shit ton of sets down that end and did nout with it. And then there was an interception from Tui Lolohea. That's 2 tries and 2 assists. I was this close. I was this close to an exact score. I am happy that I got the correct winner in this game because it, on paper, going into it, it was a tough one. That's going to be full time. You horrible, horrible people. How dare you, Tui? How dare you? You've stolen my dreams with your empty words. Right, back to the chat real quick. Indeed, Kieran. Indeed. I think the heat affected Huddersfield last week in south of France. Maybe. It was mid to late 30 degrees. Why go there next week? That's a good point, actually, Kevin. Good point. Thought Cass would win. This is an odd Super League this year. I trust the performances of Huddersfield in more recent weeks. I know they got battered against Catalans, and so Cass were the better looking team in the last round. But I think over recent weeks, Huddersfield have looked like the better side. Especially with getting more regulars back in. Both teams are not great, but I probably thought Cass might have beat a rubbish team like Huddersfield. Both teams are rubbish, really. That's why the bookies with my friend. Exactly right, Richard. Exactly right. As if Huddersfield won this. I think the gap is what surprised me the most. Yes, there's an interception in there. It wouldn't have surprised me either way if, Cass won this one. Well, wasn't the best game to start. I'm now at 9,363 subscribers. That is crazy. And also, as I mentioned earlier, 1 million views on this channel. Which is just splendid. Absolutely splendid. Huddersfield definitely playing better. Castleford made them look better than what they are, though. I'd agree with that one. Once Huddersfield have Clune back in there, I'm not sure how long he's out for. If someone knows, please do let me know. But they're getting there. They're getting there. Tui Lolohea, player of the match. That's exactly... Wait, sorry. Sorry, they were showing... Hang on. How is Lolohea not player of the match? I mean, Flanagan's game got better, but how was Lolohea not got man of the match? Okay, anyway. He should at least get 3 points in the Man of Steel rankings. Not that it really matters. He's not going to win it, but I don't know. That's interesting. Well then. Should I play that interview clip again? I feel like I should. So, I've not fully announced the interview yet. I will play the 1 minute 45 second clip that I have from the interview so that you guys can see it. Some people might have missed it, but I'll show it one more time for those that might have missed. But yeah, after that, I'm going to wrap things up, and that's going to be it. So I will play it now. What are some of the finer details that you've learned about being a fullback over the years? I also remember another video you mentioned about Brett Hodgson being huge for you in learning how to come out the back of shape. That was sort of how you worded it. Are there any other finer details that you've learned over the years?
Yeah, counting numbers has been big, and realizing. I know everyone always says eyes up rugby, but genuinely looking up and recognizing what player is where on the field. So sometimes you might get a middle on a short side, which is a great chance to exploit that. So yeah, looking up, counting numbers, and yeah, what you mentioned then about coming out the back of play. My timing, tempo, depth. When I preview an edge, if they're a jamming team or a jamming edge, you could say, where to position myself so I can execute the pass that's needed. So yeah, I would definitely say numbers, depth, and timing out the back. Dan Maguire was very good in the sense of just let me do me kind of thing and not put too much pressure on plays and where to be and like just frazzling my brain with information. I think he kind of took all that on board and just said, right, Jack, you go play and do your own thing, which worked because, there was a lot of players in the team at that time where there was offloads and, that broken play was my thing, support play, which obviously worked out for the team. So early doors, yeah, that's Dan Maguire was huge on that front of just letting me just play my own game and give me no pressure.
Right. There you have it. There you have it. So, I can announce that soon, fully, like on TikTok with the, proper proper stuff, but just wanted to give you guys, the regulars, those that show up for the streams, you know, an early snippet. The interview is actually like slightly over 40 minutes long, so it's there's plenty of stuff to go into. Plenty of stuff. Well, thank you, Kevin. You're very welcome. Thank you, Richard. You're very welcome. But I was not aware of that, Paul. I was not aware of any grubbiness. But yeah, I will. I'll see you tomorrow as well, Kieran. So to remind people, I'm going to be streaming both games tomorrow. Lee vs Wigan and Salford vs Warrington. We're doing those at the same time. Multitasking. Then I'll be doing Hull FC vs Saints on Saturday. I will not be doing Wakefield vs Catalans because I'm out. And then I'll be back for Hull KR vs Leeds on Sunday. So, right, that interview will hopefully be out Saturday. Hopefully. Saturday at the latest, I'm hoping. But I do want to say thanks again for stopping by. Thanks very much for the donations. Because we had a good handful. We had 2 from Kieran. Then we had $9.99 from Sam, nailed it first time. £2 from Richard. Then we had £5 from Kevin, a tenner from Paul, another tenner from Paul, another 2 from Richard. It just quality, absolute quality. Beautiful people. So, yeah, a few more games to stream this weekend. This ended up being a fairly decent game in the end, actually. Good day's work, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Stream highlights video will be posted onto TikTok either tonight, if the highlights, like the actual game highlights, are posted. If not, probably tomorrow. But yeah, hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. Safe travels. I can't speak if you go into any of the games this weekend as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for the donations again. It's quality. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, interview coming soon. I'll catch you later.